Okay, so then all we need to go ahead and do is place an observer just here. His red bulb needs to be facing up, so his face needs to be facing down. That goes there. We break this block and then just hop back on top of here. So actually we need to put a block here as well. Redstone torch goes on top of here, and then I need another block too. So redstone torch, top of there, block here. And then I just need my redstone, because then this is going to power all of the observer dispensers. Just like that. And then this is just going to be a very, very basic redstone clock, one of the oldest ones I've learnt actually. It's quite simple. And it basically just loops round and round again. That's how you create this infinite pulse. It's kind of like how observers work. If you put them facing each other, they endlessly send off pulses. Whereas this one is using redstone torch, repeaters, comparators, and a bit of redstone as well. So then it's a block here, I think, and then redstone just come out the back of that. Nope, I keep grabbing the wrong thing. Right, there we go. Yeah, so flipping through, well, not the pages, it's on my phone. I've drawn digitally what I need to do. So yeah, that goes back up there, and that goes there, and that goes there, yep. Okay. And then in the dispensers you need to put your bone meal. And obviously hoppers going into them too. Just like that. Okay, and then obviously you put your chest on top of there, just so you can chuck your bone meal in. I don't currently have enough to put 2 double chests on, so all I'm going to do is go ahead and just chuck some chests on here like this. And then I'm pretty sure that's essentially the farm done. Yeah, so your bone meal goes in here, and obviously I haven't got my bone meal farm done yet, so they won't grow. But the whole idea is that you basically put these on here, and it just endlessly breaks them, but it also gets bone mealed at the same time, puts them into this chest, and then storage system underneath. I'm just going to go get 2 more chests to do this space here, and that is the whole entire cocoa bean farm done, and essentially all the central ones too. Now in terms of the outer farms, like the tree farms, on the last stream you will have seen me build the oak farm, which is the one I'm also going to use for the jungle trees, spruce trees and birch trees. So you won't need to see me build that. Obviously you didn't see me build these, but you get the idea of how they work and the gist of them all together. So I'd say that's enough, to be honest. But yeah, basically what I'm going to do now is go ahead and just build some storage systems. And actually, speaking of storage, that is kind of a hint to the next farm I need to build. Because not only am I building these, I'm going to be building a lot more farms. Like a lot more farms. I'm actually just going to check the... Oh, the production rate is quite good so far. So I only built this... Oh, damn. I only built this yesterday. No, yeah. So yesterday afternoon, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I haven't been on the Xbox since then. And obviously I've just been building this platform here and finishing off the sugarcane farm. So in the time that I've been on here, that's been doing pretty well actually. So yeah. Basically how it works, off minecart underneath, that goes into the chest. But also, if you want the tutorial for this thing, it is 720 items per hour, and it's actually split into 2 halves. So one side is melon, one side is pumpkin, so that you get 2 separate outputs, which is why there's 2 chests. That was kind of a cool concept. so that you don't get mixed up, so that when you're taking them out of the chest, it's not such a nightmare. Let's see how sugarcane's doing. I don't think it's had a kick yet. I mean, it might help. There's a bit there. There's a bit of sugarcane there. Some of the resources. Oh, there's quite a lot in there, actually. So maybe it has had a kick so far, or a couple ones. Yeah, and then I guess let's check on cactus too, just because might as well. I can't open the... I've done this... I'm an idiot. I can't open the chest because I've built it wrong. The only problem is if I go ahead and destroy that, that's going to flow here, isn't it? What I might have to do is go ahead and place a stair in there very quickly. There we go, and now the chest opens, and as you can see, we have actually got some cactus flowing in. Obviously, all of this stuff that's in here I will just alleviate from the chest. But first, I want to do some sort of design for the storage system. Now, the reason I built it 6 tall is because there's going to be a 5 tall column of chests along these walls and along this bit here and that bit there. Oh my god, I forgot that was there. That is the old beacon hole. And I almost died. I'm so glad my wings have got durability. They're very low on durability, but they have got a little bit. I need to patch up those holes. But yeah, as I was saying, I need to come up with some sort of design, 5 columns for the chests. I kind of had this picture in my head. I know somewhat I want it to look like, but we need to put that into action. And obviously the next farm after this will be some sort of storage farm, but we'll also need to probably build some sort of bone meal farm just to power, well, basically all of the trees and also the cocoa beans. Now, I do have a ton of bones back in the chest at the home base, but that will not be a sufficient supply because I need infinite supply for these farms. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do the rooms. Now, I already know how to make little contraptions that sort of shoots the items out of the chest, because I've got one hooked up to the super smelter back home. I just need to, yeah, go ahead and build rooms. Now, I kind of want them, like I said, to suit to this place down here. So, yeah. And actually, I've just had a thought. So, I am going to go out probably cycling in, well, about 5 minutes. Actually, I need to go and do... Right. I'm going to have to step away for a couple of minutes. Well, actually, no, not a couple of minutes. I'm going to have to step away in a couple of minutes for about an hour and a half. And what I'll do is, before I come back, because I'm doing a second part to this stream, actually, I will come back a bit later. I will go ahead and build in the... designs for the rooms, because although I'll be doing something else and not on the Xbox, I can actually just sketch up some designs in a sketchbook, and hopefully I'll get these designs down and done. So yeah, thanks for watching this first part of the stream. I'll see you all later. Should be back around, I'd say 4 o'clock, something like that, 4 PM today. But yeah, thanks for watching, see you later, and hope you enjoyed this first part. Goodbye. I mean, still see you later. Yeah. I always forget that I have to stop it as well. Goodbye. Out. I actually decided to rather freestyle the spaces here. So obviously all of these are going to be somewhat similar. The trees ones, because they're going to all be built out of wood that they produce. So there's a limited range of blocks. So they're going to be somewhat similar. Obviously with the chute down the middle, possibly with some glass allowing you to see the TNT drop. Now, the only difference is with these ones, these are going to be fully customizable compared to the wooden ones, because these, although they do sometimes produce specific blocks, well, the fact remains that those blocks aren't really ones that you would generally use for building. So I've got some other ideas I want to set in. But first of all we need to do is build an unloader. Now this is one I've known how to build for a while. All you do is you basically, I need to get up there first actually. Got plenty of hoppers and stuff on hand. So you place 2 hoppers down like this, so 1, 2. Then you place a dispenser, so this is where your items will come out. And then I'm going to have a water stream here which will flow around continuously, lead back to here, and then I'm essentially just going to have chests on the walls around here, like this, sort of decorate the floor as well. Possibly with the emblem of the farm that's above. So this is the melon pumpkin farm, and this will actually have 2 streams that will flow into one. Or possibly what I'll do is, because I'm having 2 streams, I might have the water split this way and that way when it goes. I'll have to figure it out. If it doesn't split, I might have to make an item sorter that spins the items round and just splits them. We'll have to see. But actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and copy this to the other side then. We can do a double one, just in case you're doing it on different orientation. So double hopper down, then you want your dispenser. Then you're going to go ahead and place in your comparator and your observer. Before you do that, you need to crouch place a block next to this dispenser here. And same on this side, just like that. Then you actually need to get yourself up there. So if you go like this, this observer needs to actually face upwards because it's going to detect when your comparator fires. So make sure the arrow faces down into this block because it's going to power this and shoot the dispenser. All we need to do is just go to the other side and do the same thing. But before we do that, I'll show you how this thing's going to work. The comparator essentially detects what is inside of this hopper. It then gets fired out, and as you can see, that will fire the dispenser. And yeah, you can see things are already coming out. So this will happen every time one item goes in, which means this storage system is going to be super duper fast. And they're coming out already. So what I'll do for the time being is just leave that. I can let the items despawn because I don't currently properly need them. I did, however, pick up all the ones that were in there already. They're all in here, actually. So none of the produce that was originally there is despawned. But yeah, I'll just build these systems in, and then we'll go around to the other ones and do the same. And then I will possibly think about freestyling on the building of these. It should be quite fun, and I do actually enjoy freestyling building compared to planned building, because planned building is harder, especially if you don't, well, no. It's harder because you kind of have to follow the plan that you've got with you, but you constantly have to look away, whereas freestyling, you can kind of just go with it, take a step back. Does that look right? Okay, I can change that, or I can keep going with that. Do I like that theme? So yeah, I think that's a really good way to develop your building. I need to put that block back, otherwise this ain't gonna fire. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. These should start firing now, and I should be able to collect the stuff. I just need to repeat this on all the other ones. Obviously, some gonna be higher up and more centered because of where the collection systems are. And all of these are going to be slightly different as well. So I haven't actually put a storage system in for these yet. And I do still need to build the birch farm. So what I think I'll now do just on stream here while I have time left, which will probably be about, I'd say about 3 hours, or no, not. I'd say actually I'll say about an hour and a half then, because people are going to be back at around 6:30. So I've got roughly an hour and a half just to do the stuff I need to do. So I will do the system like these for this as well, and all of these, and design rooms for these too, which means I will need to collect blocks at some point too, and the other ones around the edge I will finish them another time. I'll keep you updated though, and again, if you want to follow on YouTube, it is the same name, same icon as Twitch. You can follow there. If you want, these streams also will go on Twitch. but also a lot of my content is over there. And also Twitch streams only stay up for 2 weeks technically, unless I decide... No, and Twitch streams only stay up for 2 weeks, but YouTube ones, they stay up forever unless I decide to personally take them down. And I haven't done that yet, so... yeah. We're gonna go and break this chest. So I essentially don't need any of these chests anymore, because it's just gonna lead straight into a hopper system. I will need to just jump up here though, and go ahead and replace this hopper. Why did I just take damage? Probably because I jumped into a block. Momentum physics or something like that, I don't know. I can't place a block under there, so what I'm gonna have to do is go ahead and break this. And then go ahead and crouch place one into here. There we go. And then we can come down a bit, because this one is now going to be the central. I've placed this on the wrong block, because this is the central block here. I need to go back up and redo that. So the one that goes into the other one needs to be that one, because this is the central block. And I'd like the items sort of spread out evenly. So if I break this, have this come straight down, break this, and have this go into there like that. There we go, that's better. And now I can do a 1, 2 system just like before. Come down a bit. There we go. And then this can go into the dispenser. Just get round. Where are my dispensers? Not in hand, are they? They're in my inventory. We'll grab them and go ahead and just place another one of these here, just like that. Okay, and then we need our block there. Go ahead and get myself back up there. Ow, that's hurt a lot. I don't know why that did that. I'm in crouch, so I shouldn't be able to fly. That's a bit annoying. I actually will need to break this bit here just to get up. It hasn't broken the farm though, don't worry. So, yeah, the farm's still there, that's all good. So then this observer needs to face upwards off of here. So I'll just need to go down by 1 block, place this facing up, come back up a bit more, and then place in our neat little comparator, which the observer will detect and fire the dispenser. So observer, comparator, fires a block out of the dispenser. Very simple system, very efficient, and very fast as well. I just need to replace the blocks up there. I can do that quite easily now. If I just fly up to the top, I should be able to do that quickly. Oh yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, there used to be a mob farm up there, so if you see those platforms, that's just where the old mob farm was. And I basically tore down all the old farms when I started to build up the new ones here. So that was kind of like an ongoing theme or an idea that was kind of always going to happen. So if we actually throw an item in here, you should see that that comparator just fired if you're watching carefully. And as you can see, it's just come out the bottom, as it should. So I just need to replicate this 2 more times. And then that should be it for the central bits. Then we can collect our blocks and design the rooms. So obviously for melon and pumpkin, I want to go ahead and do a very orange and green theme, but I kind of want the colours to clash and sort of mix into each other, so sort of grabbing onto each other in the centre, and possibly with the emblem on the floor, that could be a theme as well. I don't want to break that hopper or this stair, so I'm just going to be very careful while breaking this. Wow, that is a lot of cactus. Oh, it's not actually that much. I think it's just where the items came out on the chest. Okay, right, so, yeah. So down by 1, 2, and then we need to go down and block ourselves. Place in this dispenser. Just like that. This is actually quite an old design. I'm surprised it still works. So, it's rather handy, yeah. This one might be a bit lower than others. I'm just thinking about that now. And actually, all the rooms aren't going to be identical. That is a good point. All the rooms won't be identical in height or width because of, well, where the chests are and also how big the farms are. I know they're all 15 by 15, but the amount of produce you get from different ones is going to be, well, a varying number. So you might need more chests or less chests for one. But I'm going to try to make them less similar. Just say that. And then we just need to come out to the side and up a couple blocks, actually down back one. Because we just place this observer in, that goes up, and then comparator just on top of that observer to detect the hopper items, which will fire the observer into the block, which will activate the dispenser. And now that should be all working. We should see cactus somewhat dropping out the bottom of here. And obviously I'll get the water streams in as soon as I can, but that will only be once I've finished doing this. So this one is actually a bit more complicated. I realise that now because I've got 9 different hoppers here. So what I'm actually going to have to do is put them all going into the central one very quickly so that the water doesn't flow through, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of item loss and there's already stuff falling out. I really should have brought my axe with me. That would have been a good idea. Wait, was the cactus just fall? Oh no, that's just from where I was building it. Okay, I thought cactus had fallen out of it. It wasn't. It was just some sugarcane from where I've been building it. Yeah, and then we just need to break those chests too. And then this one as well. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention earlier, I'm also on Instagram and TikTok, if you want to go follow over there. Some thumbnails, some behind the scenes stuff, just some stuff from my life in general, if you want to check it out. Yeah, so I can't resist not collecting all this stuff. Right, there we go, I've got all of that stuff. It's going to make my inventory so bloody messy, but it's worth it because I need to sort this out. And also not lose any items in the process, that would be very, very handy. So I'm going to try and reprogram these all to go into the center. It's going to be hard because there's water here. And it's bloody annoying. And I don't want to drown either, really. Nope, that's wrong as well. You can see why this is a pain. There we go, that's 1. Now we just have 8 more. Bloody hell. Right, actually that is fine like that, because that only goes into there, so I don't actually technically need to put these all into the middle. They can't, oh my god. That's one of the most annoying things though. It is going to constantly knock me off, because the water's going to sort of clip into where I am. So if I... No! Bloody water! It's not that I hate the water physics in this game, it's how I hate how the water interacts with the player. It's kind of one of my triggers for rage in the game. The other main one, and I've said this many a times before, and a lot of you would have heard it, is, well, transporting villagers. Nope. Come on, get off the bloody platform. Right, there we go, and then we can just go ahead and place these crouch into there. So all of these can actually go into side ones, just as long as it eventually flows into the middle. So that goes into there, that goes in there, that goes in the middle, that goes in there, that goes in the middle. And then I just need to do these 3 into the side there. Okay. Just grab some more blocks so I can get back up. And then we can keep going with this. If you're ever stacking, is it called nerd stack? I don't know what it's blocking up is what I call it, which is what I was just doing. If you're ever doing it with wings, just make sure and crouch, because otherwise you can accidentally activate your wings as you're jumping, and you'll end up flying off, and it's a pain to get back on top of a 1x1 tower. That's what I mean. The water, it just... Oh, there we go. Let's break this one. So that actually flowed a bit slower. That's because of the lag, I think. So the lag sometimes is actually somewhat helpful, but other times it's not so great. There we go. And actually, speaking of water, I've been doing swimming again. Swimming is well, it's not my favourite sport, but it's like something I do quite often. It's quite fun. And speaking of swimming, you may have heard me talk about this before. But yes, the hot lifeguard was there. I could not have said that more awkwardly. He is hot. He is hot. I can't. Anyway, let's keep going. Sorry, the timer just distracted me a bit there. I need to go check on something in a minute, actually. That's why the time just went off. So if you give me a second after I've built this, I'll be gone for about 15 seconds, give or take, and then I'll probably come back in a few. So where do I... Well, this is going to come out here, innit? So I need to go 1, 2, and then dispenser. Dispenser on the hopper tentacle. There we go. That fires into a water stream. Yep. And then we need to go ahead and so where do we want the observer? So I'm guessing gonna put the observer here because this faces the back. So I will actually need to go down a couple of blocks, just like that. Crouch place this so I don't access the... No, I've done this wrong. That needs to go there because this fires into a block, doesn't it? I almost put it next to the dispenser. That would have been a mistake. Because then the whole system would not work. Right, there we go. That's done for pretty much everything now. So that's the cactus, sugarcane, cocoa bean, and also the melon and pumpkin farms done. So obviously the cocoa bean is semi-automatic because I actually have to use it for it to work. Whereas the other 3 round here are fully automatic, so items will just fire out. So yeah, all I really need to do now is just go ahead and build some collection systems with the water and some hoppers and a bunch of chests, and then up around that I can build my own sort of design. And I think I will just go ahead and put all the chests in first. So I will need a ton of wood for that. And I have actually prepared, because there is a ton of wood in that chest just there. So I will go grab all of that in a minute. I just need to chuck some of this in some of these shulker boxes down here so I can free up some storage. And actually, speaking of what's coming next, in the next stream, I probably won't, no, I'm not going to get it done today. I want to build some sort of bone meal farm so that I can get, well, bone meal for the farms that need it, such as the cocoa bean and the tree farms. And I also need to build some sort of shulker farm for the storage of all the stuff I'm going to get eventually. And probably some sort of shulker unloader in the middle of these things too. So yeah, we'll just have to see where we go with that, but that's kind of the plan for the next bit. And also, I didn't mention earlier in the first part of the stream, this is all part of the same massive challenge that I've started as well. It somewhat relates to the challenge that I did before. So if you haven't watched the video on YouTube, you may want to check it out. There's actually 2 videos on there, because I guess that's in 2 parts as well. Right, we'll need water for this too, so I'll go ahead and grab that, and then more water buckets. Okay, so I don't have enough hoppers on hand to do all of these, which is why I'm just going to go ahead and make some more quickly. Pardon me. This is basically the rest of all of my iron that I had in the chest back at home, but also all the iron farms. Oh, I've got to go to right at the end of this. The thing I forgot to do earlier is go to the iron farm right at the end just to show you what they are, how I've changed them, and how much they produce, because obviously this iron is all the stuff I had left over from the old iron farm, and now I've got a new one, so they're producing quite a lot. I say there. You may have caught on that there is more than one iron farm running. Yeah. So if we go ahead and make some chests and some hoppers as well. Actually, I'll go make the rest of these chests into hoppers. That should be enough for at least one of the farms. But I just need to make all of this into wood. And actually, I will probably use the farms to build the storage systems off camera as well. Just because, well, I'm going to build the storage systems for the wood farms out of the wood that they produce. I think that'd be quite a cool idea. I think I've explained this already. Sh4d0w. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. Going with, I think I need an odd number of chests, because, yeah, okay. So I think we'll start over here with the sugarcane farms. The idea is that this flows into water, so I need to put water there, and then have it sort of split out into 4 streams, and then put chests in the walls here. Okay, so this then is going to be... So I've thought about this before I actually put up all the structures. This frame here is still going to be inside, because the actual walls for the structure are going to be on these blocks here. But obviously for certain farms I'll need light to creep in, so I'm going to build windows on double layers. So there'll be a window on the outer layer and a window in, or I could even dip in to add some depth to the building. But yeah, so I'm just thinking about how I'm going to do this. So obviously chests can't be placed on corners, so I'll have to have 4 there. And actually what I'm going to do is... No, because these need to be... If I'm going to have it how I want to have it, these need to be 1 block further out. Okay, so I need to just go ahead and break all these black chests here. If you're wondering why I go silent every now and then, I also happen to be watching Shrek. Just clicked on something random on Netflix. It just happens to be what I'm watching. But yeah, it's what I'm watching every now. I've got it on silent with subtitles, so obviously it's in play on stream. But yeah, oops. So the only thing, yeah. So I need to. So there'll be pillars here. Because obviously this is where all the... like that. And then these need to go... So if this is going to be the entrance, I kind of want... Should I have that chest there or not? Because I'm kind of thinking... So I want to have a 3x3 door here, right? Possibly a redstone one, or just a very, very simple one. But I don't know whether to remove these or not. I probably will, to be honest, and then just have some sort of design here. It saves space and I guess storage too. And then what I can actually do is hide some chests on the back of here as well. It's quite smart, isn't it? Right. I can actually hide some chests in the corner, because if I have blocks here... So say there was blocks here, for example, you can actually still access these chests in the corner. If you aim your sort of, what's it called, the crosshair very, very precisely, you can actually access the chest in the corner. So that can make some pretty cool chests. Hidden chests, sorry. You can hide them under beds, things like that. You've just got to have clear access to them, which is also how a lot of people do find the button maps. Are they still a thing? Well, I used to play them a lot, but I wonder if... Yeah, they probably are still a thing, to be honest. Find the button maps. To be honest, I might do a find a button map with a friend on the channel at some point. Could be something I do, but yeah, we'll have to see. Right, so this was up to here. So obviously these need to be here. Just across the back, like this. There we go, and then obviously we can have our hidden chests as well. It's just deciding where to put them. I think I'll put them here, because on these sides here, obviously, they're going to be facing that way, so I want them to be here. Okay, just like that. So that's all the chests in place. Now I just have to put all the hoppers in. And actually, this isn't all the chests, because they're going to stack up. I just need to know how high it's going to be. So if I put some blocks there, this is only going to be a 3 high room because of how low this is, which is absolutely fine. It's just not what I was expecting. I could actually put a slab here instead to make the room just a bit higher. But the only thing is water gonna... Yeah, water's gonna flow through the bottom of that, isn't it? Right, so this will have to be blocks. Actually, what I'm thinking maybe then is going ahead and just... I could put glass in the middle here just so you can see like the water flow through. I think it'd be quite a cool idea. But then also, why do I want it to be green glass? Because this is obviously going to be... sugarcane. I do actually have some lime green glass somewhere. I think I brought it over with me. If I can find it, I'll get it and put it in here. I do believe it is actually somewhere else. I will just go grab it quickly. I know where it is. I've just remembered. It's in one of the chests I used to build the dark oak farm. Chests, sure, because... I will grab some more glass because this and the sugarcane... No, the lime green glass isn't going to go all the way around the edge because I don't have enough of it. I only have enough to just go around the middle part. Where did I put those sugar boxes? There they are, over there. Yeah, so I should have lime green glass in one of these. No, it's not that one. It's these ones over here, isn't it? Yep, it's these ones over here. There it is. Yes, that should be just enough for the middle portion, and then I should just be able to sort of put lime concrete or other green blocks around the edge, or possibly even use slime, to be honest. Could be quite a fun concept. Yeah, it was definitely sugarcane, wasn't it? Right, I will go ahead and pick all these up every now and then as well, just because I don't want to waste produce, as said before. What we're going to do is put hoppers into the back of here, start building these up too. But I will need to probably AFK at the iron farms for the chests. So for now, I think what I'll do then is just put the water system in, and then we can end the stream by the iron farm, because that's where I need to AFK anyway to build the rest of these up. And like I said, I will just go ahead and, well, keep you guys recaps on kind of what's going on and kind of what we're doing in the world so far. And I'll take screenshots every now and then just of this place here so you can see what's going on. And I'll possibly pop on Twitch as well, just every now and then. So this needs to come down by 2 blocks. That needs to be broken. And then we just need to make this come out to the point where the things are going to be. So if that's there, that's going to be the edge. So that needs to come out by 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. So now that's like that. The reason I've put it like this is because obviously this edge can be cut off because this is where the chest's going to end. So if I make an example, the chests are only going to go up to there. Or I could actually even drop this down a couple blocks as you step in, so you have more room in here. I might just do that actually then, yeah. And actually separate some of the chest sections so you do have proper sections of the chest. I think that might be a bit more visually pleasing. Maybe I should plan this out after all. Because this would need to be, yeah. Okay, so I think this is a good start. And actually what I might do quite early now then, I know I've still got a bit of time left, but I think I might just go AFK at the iron farm, to be honest, because although this would be really fun to some sort of freestyle build, the mechanics behind it needs to be thought out a bit more. So I will have to just make a hold on this so far. Hopefully you have enjoyed this second part of the stream, and, well, the whole stream throughout the day, to be honest. I guess this is kind of just like a comeback, kind of what I've been doing and stuff, and also the farm, show you what I've been doing progress-wise. I mean, we did build the cocoa bean farm, so that was quite fun. And I guess I did kind of brainstorm what the storage system's going to look like. But without further ado, we will go head over to the iron farm now, and I will just show you what we've been doing over there. So just be aware that I did tear down all of the original iron farm because it isn't working. Why can't I take off? Lag. Spy. Yeah, the original iron farm wasn't working, so I had to tear it down. And I think I mentioned this in the first part of the stream, but I was kind of searching through old worlds because I remembered there was a world that I built an iron farm on quite a while ago. It didn't work in, well, it doesn't work in this version, the original one, but I kind of tweaked it a bit, and now it does work. It's quite efficient, and I've actually built 5 of them so that I get the optimum iron that I need. And also, why is there a hole here? Look quite angrily. Also, why is there a hole? I built 5 of them, and also they're within the chunks to actually load each other in, so you can get the optimum amount of iron. And I actually found out, or I think you guys were here. Also, just while we're here in the Nether, I have actually been listing and naming all the portals for the highway, just so I know where I'm going when I need to go to certain places. And these from left to right, from top to bottom, are the order of the tunnels that lead off to the portals. It's kind of the system I'm running with. But the idea is that once I've built all the farms I need to, I can just come back and do the Nether hub. And I think I've shared this before as well, but I have got a list of things in chronological order that I need to do essentially on the world in a certain order, just so they fit in okay. So with the villagers, there is something else coming up, something massive, but I can only do it after I've done the farms, because there are certain things I need from the farms to be able to do that thing with the villagers. So it all fits into place. It's not predestined, but it is... How do I put this? It's a plan, basically. And you don't always stick to your plans, honestly, and to be honest, I wasn't really planning to do anything else with the ring, but I do actually want to add a bit more dimension to it, a bit more structure. And I wasn't planning to build an iron farm over here either, so... Yeah, or even 5 iron farms. I wasn't planning to build them, but I did, and I'm so happy with it now. Because it works really well. But yeah, you don't always have to stick to the plan. But it is just to have good to have one set out. So as you can see, at the iron farms, I have tried to use blocks that correspond with each other. So we've got sort of like a cobblestone and oak one here, deep slate, tinted glass, and other one over there. Got a birch one over here. I think there's a spruce one or something over there. But basically, how these work is, well, the game is in easy, normal, or hard mode. I have it on normal right now. Because it has a bit of risk, to be honest. I know I die a lot, but still. I never put the aim on peaceful because it just kind of ruins the whole aspects of it. But how this works is all of these are loaded in, as you can see. I can see all of them off in the distance. All I do is really stand here in crouch. The iron golems and cats will actually spawn up there, and the iron golems get killed by this lava, the cats get killed by the campfire, and all the iron flows into this chest. Now I haven't been over here much, which is why there's so little. Obviously I've got 4 other ones on the outer edge, which means this thing will produce a lot. It also doubles as a squid farm somehow. I think it's because I'm in a river biome. Oops. And if this does happen, I can just go ahead and swim back to shore quite easily. Just try not to get hit by the drowns, because there is drowns in here. That's also why I built the platform. It's well lit by the lava as well, so you don't get too many mobs spawning here and there. It is a bit dangerous at night flying through here though, so just gotta be a bit careful. And also, that is a pretty damn cool cave entrance. It kind of looks like a mouth, so I'm thinking of maybe turning it properly into a mouth or a monster at some point. And then you've got your lush caves in there too, so that might become a base at some point as well. But yeah, this is basically the whole iron farm area. And once again, I hope you really have enjoyed the stream. It's been wonderful seeing you all again. It's been quite a long time actually. But yeah, it's been wonderful seeing all of you again, just talking freely, kind of catching up on what I've done with the iron farms, the rest of the farms, and hopefully I'll see you all very, very soon in the near future, probably next Saturday if I can, but again, don't have a specific schedule, kind of stream whenever I can or when anyone's out of the house. I will be AFKing here for a bit now, just maybe a couple hours while I go do some art. And yet again, I will keep you updated on the world, things that happened over at the island, and kind of what I'm doing. And also watch out for some more tutorials on YouTube as well. No doubt there will be some more coming out, and possibly even the tree farm for the acacia, cherry dock, oak, and mangrove trees, because obviously they all use the same farm on this world anyway. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. I have been stalling, so I'm trying to stop the stream because I always forget. But I think I've done it pretty well this time. But I generally meant all of that. I wasn't really stalling. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube if you're watching that here now. Follow on Twitch if you're watching it on Twitch. And again, Instagram, TikTok, same name, same spelling, same icon, actually YouTube as well. Yeah, that's it for today. Wow, I'm really dragging this out, aren't I? Dragging this out? No, that's a horrible pun.